Hi everyone, how are you? I just want to make sure I'm checking one thing. Yep, looks like I'm live and I'm streaming. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. Please say hello. You are joining Rosemary Massaro. I'm Craft with Ro. I'm so glad you can join me tonight. Every Tuesday night we go live, show and share at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Always sharing inspiration and creating fun cards, scrapbook page layout. So very excited. Hi, Jane, how are you? So glad you joined. You've got a fun weekend coming up for you. I can't wait for you to spend time with your grandchild. It's going to be so much fun. So tonight we are going to share with you some of the brand new scrapbook page layouts available tomorrow. Our new mini catalog and our online exclusives go live tomorrow. So if you're a night owl, if you're up at 2 a.m., you're going to be able to get everything on online. So very excited. I have my wish list all ready to go. Do you have yours ready to go? So in addition, tonight we're going to show you some really fun techniques on using the party alphabet dies. We're going to do 3 different techniques with the Eclipse card. And then I'm going to just show you some different alternatives on how you can use these letters as well. So very fun. So I'm going to turn it over to my screen and share with you some of the new page layouts, and then we'll get into crafting. There we go. There seems to be a little bit of a delay. Hi, Kim. How are you? Nope, you're live with me right now, Kim, not replay. So glad you're here. I'm just double checking some other. Yep. So brand new, this in our mini catalog. If you guys have not received the catalog, those that are on my customer list, you should have received it by now. If you are in need of a catalog, please feel free to reach out to me at craftwithro@gmail.com. I'd be happy to send you one. So here are 3 double page layouts on our Halloween. Now we also have another Halloween kit that's available as well. This is called Sweet Halloween. Look how cute these are. And I have to share with you, I'm going to try to anyways. In these little die cuts here, if you guys can see, there is sparkle all over these guys, including our little, I think he's a rhino. Isn't he cute? And on our little black crows and our bat. Is that showing up? The photos in the catalog just do not do this justice at all. So very cute double page layout. 1. And then here is the second one. Frightfully cute. Right? Again, it's got a little bit of glitter mixed in with these. All these die cuts. The instructions come with this. These photo mats, in case you don't have your photos printed, they are included in your kits as well. Everything you need to create these 3 double page layouts. Here's the little moon, some bats. Look at these little window chandeliers. They even have glitter on them as well. Not sure if you guys can see. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Lori. How are you? Leave these little cute characters there. And this coordinates with the stamp set bundle that we have as well. Not sure if I have it pulled for tonight. Yep, I do. We're going to show that in a little bit. And then Batty for you, right? Little ghost. How cute. Tons of little bats. Cute little characters. And this kit for the 3 double page layouts, including everything that you need for these kits. On the Sweet Halloween, it's $36. And don't forget, you guys earn rewards every time you place an order. So that is the 3 double page layouts for Halloween. There is one for Christmas. It's called Keeping Traditions. Sadly, I don't have it with me, but I will show it to you next week, I promise. And that is Christmas related. And then here, because we have our flower lovers, this is a beautiful page layout. It's called Lovely Florals. And again, it has some sparkle in it, which you just don't see in the catalog. So I'm trying to get that. There you go. Can you see that little glitter there? So very pretty. It comes with these little pearls to put on here. Right? Beautiful bright colors. Here's a second page layout. This is using the Charming Day paper, featuring that paper, right? Again, some more bling for my bling bling people. Love it. Got some here as well. There you go. Trying to get it in the right light for you guys. Right? So that's 2. And then this is the third double page layout. And again, you get everything that you need. The instructions, the cutting guide, the photo mats. Now, I opted not to put the photo mats on there because the writing is skewed. So I flipped the photo mats over. Sorry, I can't have my writing sideways. It just doesn't do it for me. Anyway, but here you go. My friend Nikki helped me create these while I was on vacation. So thank you, Nikki, so much. And just a little bit more there. And you know what? I have to ask her. She might have put these little pearls on there. I can't guarantee the pearls come. Usually they don't. So, but a nice little touch on that. So, hi, Lori, and hi, Mitch. How are you? And we have Diane and Sharon here. Thanks, guys, so much. So then, the other thing that we have that online looks horrendous. These are the new Brighten Your Day cards that came out in, at the beginning of August, right? I've been gone, so I haven't had a chance to share with you. But you get to make 3 each of these cards, a total of 9 cards. And look how beautiful these are. Look at the detail on that little chickie, all that die cut. And then it comes with this beautiful base that has a touch of a grain on there. That I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up. But it's not like a smooth background. There's a little texture to that. And then it comes with coordinating envelopes. How pretty is that? And then you make the world a better place. So all these sentiments, all these dies come to create the card. And they come with their coordinating colored envelopes, right? How pretty is that? And then I think this is my favorite. I think very similar to our Magnolia die cut that we had way back when. And then this says hope and it brightens your days. But aren't these colors just beautiful? And they just don't show up online. So this kit to make 9 cards with the envelopes, everything that you need to create them, is only $17. So wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. They are still available when you go shopping for your new mini catalog items. Okay, so we are not going to be making these, but I always have extra stuff put aside and that I never get to share with you guys. So we are going to be doing an eclipse. And I wanted to let you guys know that we can do the eclipse with a gift tag as well. I did this. I needed to bump it up just a little bit more. But this is using one of the new Halloween stamp sets that has a die cut boo in there. Look how cute that is. Put that on a little treat bag, right? And then here, I have done the letters, and I think they'll make more sense once we start working on the eclipse. So I cut out ho-ho on here, right? And added the centers here, just decorated that. And then I have extra these die cut pieces to create this card here. Now, these 2 cards I really made literally about an hour and a half ago. So I didn't do much with embellishing, but we are going to be playing with the party alphabet dies. And look at the size of these. These are about 2 inches tall and about 2 inches wide, just a little bit shy of that. So very fun to create. Hi Judy, how are you? See you in a couple weeks, right? So here are some of the cards that we are going to be making. This is our Boo card, right? How fun is that? Happy Halloween. This is coming from the Halloween paper DSP, and it has punch outs in there. I just stamped, and we are going to create our own background to create this card here. And then our second card here is, this is how do I word, an outward eclipse. This is an inward eclipse, right? This is all using the new holiday paper that's coming out tomorrow. I did a little embellishing there. This was very, very fun to create. We are going to create this background as well, and it's going to be using a mixed media touch. And my last card here is just a fun card. It says Happy Christmas. We're going to make this just a little bit different, but it'll be very fun to create. All right. So I'm going to need to get my little Versamat out, since we are going to get a little on the messy side. All right. So this is from our Halloween DSP. I think it's called Spooky Halloween, Halloween Spooky, something like that. I'm so bad with names, guys. But if you need to know, just put a comment on, and I will definitely respond and give you all your answers that you need. All right. So I have my extra letters here that we're going to be popping up, and we are going to be building this card that says Boo. But before we die cut it, we are going to create some really fun accents on here. We're going to use the Spooky Halloween stamp set, and we're going to do some embossing. I always use black. No, I'm sorry, I never use black. I use our white, our clear, our gold, our silver, and I never use our, it's called ebony powder. So we're going to use that tonight. We're going to do some embossing, and we're going to create our own background here, and then we're going to create our eclipse card. So we're going to use our Versamark. See if I can zoom in just a little. There seems to be a little bit of a delay. There we go. And I'm going to use the word spooky, and we're going to use these random bants. So we're going to do 2 different times for embossing. I forgot to bring my box over. There we go. So well, that won't work. There we go. And when I emboss, I love to go slightly off my page. And I'll go a little bit random. And darn it, I forgot to use my embossing buddy, but and I'm not as prepared as I thought I was. We're going to use this to trap our embossing powder. And I'm just going to, this is my all-purpose mat, Judy. It was a close to my heart product. Sorry, they're not available anymore, but I love the size of it. And I don't know if there's anybody that actually sells it at all. I just love it. It rolls up really easy. It's reusable. It's lightweight. And I don't think I have any over here on this side, but I'm going to just double check. Nope, but we are going to put one more spooky on there. Okay, so I'm going to track this nice and evenly back into my container. And let's get some heating going on. And when this dries, when you heat it up, it's got a really shiny look, the ebony embossing powder. And they sell them in a set of 3. And so I think it's black, white, not sure what the other color is. Do I see it turning a little glossy there? Making sure that all the spots are a little shiny. There we go. And now we are going to, I'm going to put this back. And we are going to do the same thing, but we're going to add our bats on here. Oh, before I forget, I know I put some right there, so I'm just going to use my embossing buddy so we don't get any additional static. And let's see how that comes out. Let's get our scrap paper here again. Pull over our Okay, so I do have a little bit of blemishes. I'm going to wipe that off. And I am going to put another set of bats right here. And I'm going to try to clean up that one, but let's get this embossing powder. I have been one to get it everywhere except where it's supposed to be. So we're just going to get this put away. And that's the one thing I love about embossing powder. It lasts forever. Okay, so let me get my little magic brush. I'm just going to try to clean that off a little. It's not the greatest, but I think we'll be okay. And now we're going to throw some, what do you guys think? I think I need one more set, a little bit more. I need some over here, and I'll probably have to do some cleaning again. And I'm going to put some right there. All right, I think that's pretty good. And all right, let's get this heated up. Be smart if I move that out of the way, right? And those that are new to heat embossing, you're always going to want to keep your heating tool in a swirling motion. I don't ever see it burn often, but it can burn, especially like when you're using clear and white. And how you can tell it's burnt is it turns a little yellowy. And when you have anything that's really stubborn and doesn't want to emboss, you can always go to the back side as well. I almost have them all. All right. Okay, so now the tricky part is we are going to die cut this. And I'm going to walk off camera. I'm not going to bring my die cut machine on this table on my limited space. But my tricky part is making sure that I get my boo lined up evenly. So I'm going to be putting some washi tape across the side and then place the other O right next to it, because this set does not provide multiple letters. It does not. And I guess if it comes a little crooked, it makes it a little bit more spookier, right? All right, just one more letter. And this is really cutting it close, guys. All right, so when you cut your pieces, you want to keep all your center pieces together with it. And we're going to line these up. And that's my O that got chopped off, right? So we got our B and our so that goes there. That's the inside of that O. This is my chopped off O. It'll be fine. That's going to go inside there. And I've got to find my other piece for my B. This is going to look so cool. That goes right there. And I just had the other little B piece. There it is. Okay. I forgot to cut my black mat, but I'm going to wing it. We're just going to skip the black mat on here. And we are going to adhere this down. Now, you may want to use liquid glue. You might want to use your dry adhesive. It's truly up to you. Because I have some really thin spots and I really want to make sure that these stay down, I am going to use my liquid glue on here. All right, we're going to just pop that right on here. And you really want to make sure that in between your letters really sticks down. You don't want those separating out. And then what we're going to do is start. Now on your black pieces, you're going to cut 3 to 4. It really depends on the depth that you want. And we are going to make sure that you want to line these up perfectly. And we're going to just layer all these letters. I think I did 4 of each. Now, as you can see, some of my cardstock has some scarring on it, but that's okay because it was my scrap and I knew it was not going to be shown. So, and you guys know I am a fan of dry adhesive, but in this project, I'm using a lot of liquid glue because it gives me the flexibility to make sure that it is all lined up evenly. So before I go ahead and put that on, I'm going to line my B up and I'm going to put my liquid glue right in the center. And we are going to add our center of our bee, and feel free to press it in. I used my, wherever it went, I used the back end of my tweezers to get it to stick down. You can use your bone folder, will work as well. And I'm just going to try to wing this, lining it up. And then we're going to put, actually, we're going to put it down here. And on the top, we want to get our bee on there. And this is called an Eclipse card. Let me get that lined up there. See if we can get that lined up a little bit better. Let's not. I'm not going to mess with it. We're going to get our bee. And there you go. We're going to do that for the O's as well. But you guys can see the depth and dimension that's on here. And look how cool how it carries over our homemade background page. All right, so let's do that really quick on the next, on all the O's. And I think what'll be good is if I go ahead and put I think I'm running out of my favorite glue. We're going to line that up right like that. Now we'll put our centerpiece in and then we'll build from that. Much easier. All right. And again, these O's here, we don't have to, we just need to make sure everything's going in the right direction. Lining them up. Doesn't matter if it's front or back. Right? And then we can put our top layer. All right, and the last but not least, we are going to put in our last O. And it's going to run off a little because I ran out of paper on the side here, but I still think it's going to look pretty cool. And let's put our center in. It makes it a little bit easier without so many layers. And again, it really depends on how thick you want it. You can go 3 layers. I did the 3 layers on my one card, and I really like the thicker. But I'm going to even show you a trick in the, one of the upcoming cards where you don't have to cut multiple letters. Cool, fun, quick. Those are lining up quite nicely. All right, last black. Oh, and then we're going to put on our topping. Line that up so they line up with our bats and our word, right? How cool is that? Now here's my original one. And I did have, yep, I do. I cut out, because this stamp set, this fun stamp set bundle, comes with the die cut bats. It comes with this little spooky house, the fence, the coffin, the little broom. How cute is that? And as you can see, I love these little characters too. I've gotten a lot of fun out of this set already. So we are just going to add our little bats. And we'll just find some cute place to put it. And a really fun place to put it is where you have a blemish where you don't want anything to show through. And of course you can add some more embellishments as well. Here is my other card that I created. It looks a lot better. And then we stamped Happy Halloween inside there as well. So this is your Eclipse card, right? Fun, cute. Put that aside. We'll put our letters aside. I don't think I'm going to be needing them, but who knows. Next, we are going to do our inverted card. And instead of making multiple letters in the background, which you can, we are just going to use a thick 3D foam tape. Or you can use our dimensionals, right? So I'm using our what's it called? Cranberry something, right? So this is the card that we're going to recreate. And as you can see, I did not bump this up enough. I put very thin 3D foam tape on here. We're going to put thicker 3D foam tape on. And I am going to put it on the outside of our die cut. I die cut the words joy. This is our Elegant Pine paper. It comes available tomorrow. And I think I'm going to put just a little bit of piece right here. Right. You know what I need to do? I need to put like a little trash bag. When I'm done with my show and share, oh my gosh, you should see all the scraps I have here. So this is called an inverted Eclipse card. And I have a little bit of foam tape sticking out. I don't want it to. So I'm going to just tuck that guy in. There we go. All right, so now we're going to take our J. We're going to set it right inside, and it's going to set down. You're going to see a little gap. Now, we could even make this even thicker and deeper. You know what? I'm going to put a little piece right there. And we could have doubled up on this tape for sure. Depends on what kind of dimension that you want to add. Oh, sorry guys, I didn't realize my head got in the way. That hasn't happened in a while, has it? All right, so we're gonna dig this J out of here. I'm gonna tuck that in. And again, like before, I just used my back end of my tweezers. You can use your bone folder, and you just want to make sure you get a good impression down. Then we are going to do the same here. Now on the inverted one, I'm going to have to find my O. Yep, here we go. I didn't think I had all my pieces out. There we go. So on here, this is going to be lying flat down. This is where, when you have a alphabet that has, you know, a center piece to it, that makes it even more pronounced. Right? And then we are going to pop this up. I just had a piece here. There we go. And I need to make sure I'm lining this up the right way. So that is getting popped up. And then we do the same with the Y, but our Y doesn't have an insert piece. That is just going to go right inside there. Then I created Celebrate the Season. This is from our, do I still have it here? Yep. This is from our Delicate Pines stamp set. We're going to be using this for our mixed media one. So I'm just going to add this right to the side there. And if you wanted to, you could add some embellishments, some gold gems. I thought I had pulled some out to go with this, but I guess I didn't. Yes, I did. They just didn't make it over to the table. Okay, so here, brand new traditional sparkling sequins available tomorrow. Look at all these beautiful colors. And I'm going to pull out the gold because I think the gold is going to pop better on here. And these gems are so flat. They're not bulky like they used to be, guys. And we'll do a small one. 1, 2, 3. All right. So that is our second card, our inverted Eclipse card. And then 2 more cards, but this card is not as easy and simple, but it is so fun. And you guys know me, I love doing mixed media. We got some dimensionals I'm going to be using. Some leftover brushed silver. I don't know if it was on last chance, so I don't know if it's still available. My embellishments and my accent piece. So we are going to be using, I'm going to get this out of the way. We are going to be creating this card, and we're going to show you, and I've showed you similar techniques to this before, but we are going to take, I'm taking Highland Heather. You can take any 2 color combinations that you want. And we're going to take a little splash right here. Really more than what we need. And then we are going to spray some water on here. Now you could use distressed oxide inks as well as these water-based inks. Really, any of them work. And then, I mean, how many guys remember these, right? What I did was, I'm going to be using this to do some mashing, splashing, splattering. But I put, what do you call it? Plastic wrap on it. It cleans up easy, and I can switch colors on it really quickly. So we are going to just right. I'm just going to try to keep it in the center. We're going to be adding another color to this as well. I love how you got the different depths of it. And I don't really mind that it is kind of like puddling. It doesn't bother me. All right, I'm going to wipe that down. I think that's pretty good. I should have, and I didn't. I did on this one. Waterproof paper, watercolor paper. Excellent idea for this concept, but I think we'll be okay. You'll see. Okay. I'm going to throw the heat on here just to make sure that it's dry. All right. Then, remember these guys, right? I am using our Glacier shimmer brush, right? If you guys can see on here, I've got it to be a little bit of a bling. So what we're doing, again, kind of like our first card, is we're creating a our own background, fun background. We're just going to squirt a little bit out on my mat. There we go. Yep, I went into my stash and I dug up some of my shimmer brushes. And because this is water-based as well, we don't need to put a lot of water, but I am going to splish a little water in here. Might have been a little too much, but if not, we'll just put some more. We are going to clean this off from using our purple, right? How fun, cool, easy is that? We're gonna, again, I might need a little more. I think so. Just a little bit more water. Do you guys see the little shimmer of glimmer in here? Little sparkle. All right. You can clean that up. I think that's going to work. Right. Now I'm going to do some stamping on here, and I'm going to be using our Jet Black StazOn. Because this is water-based and this is not, I still need to make sure that this is dry. So we're going to do a little heating on that. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Thanks for jumping on. You guys, can you see the little splatter of shimmer on here? I was actually going to splatter, but I don't think I really need to. All right, now we're going to take our Delicate Pines stamp set, and I'm just going to take some random, snowflakes. See, you can see where it's not taking it because it's just still a little bit damp. But it's okay. And maybe a little right there. And a little right there. Okay. All's good. Now I have to find my letters. I need my J, my O, and my Y. And I'm going to go cut them out on here. I have my O. Just need to find where I left my J and my Y. Go figure, guys. I actually put them away. That is so unlike me. I think I got these straight. All right. This is our background. And we are going to mount this on here. We're going to move that out of the way. We're going to get our letters out of the way. This is our two-tone Secrecy. And then we are going to flat mount this. We're not going to lift this up with 3D. But I do want to make sure I get in between those letters. We're going to mount that there. And for me to mount these, instead of using all those duplicate letters, and you can, because it makes it very solid, I'm just going to use my dimensionals. And I have some old square dimensionals that work really great. I mean, my Stampin' Up! Ones too, but I don't know about you guys. I'm trying to use some of my old product. Need to clear house, and every time I'm cleaning, I find new stuff. Oh, I think I got them all. So look how pretty this is going to look, guys. Just bump that up. Line that up. Right, now we're going to do the same with the O. And let's get some dimensionals on there. Right, instead of die cutting all those letters, maybe this is cheating, I don't know, but it's working for me. And I don't know about you, but I've seen some people who use some major dimensionals on stuff. If you guys participated in our scrapbook album retreat, Karen Penderson, who came over from close to my heart, I love her dearly. Man, she goes crazy with dimensionals, just crazy. All right, we're going to line that up with those snowflakes there, right? How perfect is that? Now this is going to be inverted. We are not going to put a dimensional on that. That's what's going to give it some depth. Right, let's use my little tweezers. There we go. And then last but not least, we got our Y. That pad almost gone. But you know what this came from is the shakers that we used to have. And when I use the, to create the outer, actually I obviously did it on this one. You got all the dimensionals on the inside. Okay, what do you guys think? Right? Put some embellishments on there. These are our two-tone sparkle gems. Honestly, not sure if they're still available, but these colors I thought went perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh. My little thing did not come off. Oh, let's just go for another one. And there we go. All right, just got to mount this on a card base, and we are all set. Sorry, I was off camera there, wasn't I? Okay, and last but not least, guys, a very fun one. It's not an Eclipse, but again, it's still a very fun, fast way of creating card. We're going to say, oops, my little loops came undone. Oh, we'll just get that tucked in there. We'll glue that down. Instead of saying Happy Christmas on here, we're going to say Merry Christmas. And everything is all pre-cut. We're ready to rock and roll on this one. So what I did was I wanted to create that shadowed look. And this is from our, I think it's called Traditional Christmas DSP collection that becomes available tomorrow. And it has like a gold foil pattern on one side of all the prints. So we are just going to do some layering and creating a shadow. But we're going to be doing Merry Christmas instead of Happy Christmas. So I'm just going to just want the left edge of it, or I can do the right edge. I think I'll do the right edge on this letter. I'm going to, again, use my liquid glue so I can get it positioned just the way I want it. And that is going to go like so. We're going to overlap these guys. And I guess it doesn't matter which one I put my glue on. Oh boy. All right. I messed up. But anyways, I wanted this to be the solid pattern that I just put glue on. And see how that E is coming out right there, right? I don't like the way that looks, but I want this edge right here. So we're just going to snip that off. And I did the same thing happened on my Happy. So we're just going to snip that. And we're going to pop that up with dimensional there. And then we're going to do our R. I'm just going to line that up. A little bit of old olive showing through. That's going to go down here. We'll do our next. So these party alphabet, obviously our scrapbookers are going to love them because they're large, right? But, and they are an investment guide, but I'm sharing this with you to show you how many different options that you have to create. Now, I did the one card in a slimline card. They work out great on slimlines as well, right? Okay, now all we have to do is start mounting these. And enough of my liquid glue. This is going to open up this way. This is created as a 4 1/4 by 11. Folded at 5 and a half, or scored at 5 and a half. And then I'm going to put one of my R's. That's going to go up there. Then we're going to pop this guy up. I might have to add some more on my E after. But we're going to put this right about there. I probably should have used the other R. Let me see if I can get that off. And then we can put this one. I'm going to put my Y down first. And that is going to go... Let's bring it down just a little. Like yay. And then we'll pop this up. Let me grab some more dimensionals. I'm finally out of this package. It's done. On to a new package. All right, so I just provided you guys a ton of inspiration. When I show you guys at the end, if you're watching now or if you are watching after, I would love for you to share with me what is your favorite one. And then, so now we have Mary, and I'm going to add my Christmas right there. Oh, I'm going to have to pop that up. Let's see how many different ways of using our letters. How fun is that? On this one, I used our exposed brick embossing folder. Here, I was just trying to keep it simple for you guys tonight. So we've got our, oh, I forgot to add my little ribbon. Show you a fun, quick way of creating a fun, quick, loopy bow. So I'm just going to wrap it around my 3 fingers, maybe my 2 fingers. I'm going to try 3. I like the bigger loop. We're just going to spread that out like that. Bring that down. Bring it on our little glue dot right here. And add some embellishments. Wherever I put them. I just made that worse. Should have just left it alone. All right, and I'm going to go with the bright red. All right, there we go. So now you guys get to vote. Which is your favorite? Whether it's design, tell me why. Whether it's the design, the sentiment, the technique. We have our Mary. We have our inverted joy. We have our Halloween boo. Our eclipse, inverted eclipse. And then we have our mixed media joy. Tell me which is your favorite, guys. I loved creating these with you. If you have any questions, let me know. I know this was longer than normal, but look at how many different things you just learned on how to use with the party alphabet. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you for joining. I so appreciate it. I have an event this weekend, so if you guys are reaching out to me and I don't respond right away, that's probably why. But I will get back to you. I promise, in less than 24 hours. So I want you guys to have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday. Enjoy shopping the new product. And I appreciate it if you could subscribe and or like my page. It does help my algorithms, and I would appreciate it very, very much. Again, this is Rosemary with Craft with Ro, and I appreciate you joining me. Have a great, great night.